at Darcy's website.
Is it Darcy's Healing?
Yes. Okay. Okay. She's going to your website.
What do I click?
Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for your help.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. We had some technical difficulties, so I'm just waiting for. Hi, Labisha. Glad you made it. Waiting for about 1 or 2 more to hop on, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Sorry about the late. Little late getting on. Technical difficulties, Lamisha. I'm waiting for, I think Sam's going to hop on and Lainey's going to hop on. So I'm just going to wait for them to hop on. Give them 1 more minute. And we'll go ahead and get started. Put my earbud back in. So I couldn't figure out how to log on. For some reason, I thought it would pop up automatically and it didn't. So I'll have to find out how to work that. So I think we'll go ahead and get started, and then Sam and Lainey will pop on, and I'm going to apologize for everybody else who I sent the original one to and weren't able to get on there. So my name is Darcy Legg, and I'm going to show you the 4 steps I use when I do an illumination for an energy clearing. So the first step that I use is the problem step. I have the client tell me what their problem is. It could be anything. It could be back pain. It could be stress. It could be any problem. So we discuss their problem. That would be step number 1. Step number 2 is, once we've discussed the problem, we go ahead and we pick out a rock. Since I use Peruvian shamanic energy clearing, I use tools like rocks and feathers and crystals and rattles. And so I use different rocks. Some of the rocks are rocks that I found just laying around, and other rocks are rocks that I have purchased or people have given me. So I have about 12 different rocks that I use in my mesa and my medicine bag that I use for the energy clearing. So what I have you do is I will have you pick out a rock, and you will go ahead and blow into that rock what your issue is. I do it online, so I'll imagine that I hand you the rock. In your left hand, you'll take the rock and you'll blow into it 3 times, whatever the issue is. I'll also have you imagine, if you're talking about an issue and you're feeling the issue is in your shoulder, you'll imagine the issue in your shoulder, and then you will go ahead and imagine that you're blowing it into the rock, and you'll blow it 3 times. Okay. I'm going to tell them they're lost where my website is. I'm going to tell them where my website is really quick. It's for my YouTube. I'm just letting them know it's where it's at. My friend can't find it. I initially sent her the link. There we go. I initially sent her the link, and for some reason I couldn't get logged on that link, so I just went ahead and went live on this one. Thank you for your patience. Hopefully they can find it now. We'll see. So the first one was we discussed the pain and the problem. Number 2 was we go ahead and find our rock. We blow our issue into the rock 3 times. And then after we do that, we go ahead and I put the rock on your chakra. Now you're not with me, so I have an imaginary issue. I imagine that I place it on your chakra. So I figure out what chakra it goes on. Okay, I'm telling them to try my other website. They're like, they can't find you on live. So I just told them to try my other website. So once I figured out, blow it into the rock, then I figure out which chakra to go on. The rock needs to go on. Before I do that, I go ahead and I unwind your chakra, and then I put the rock on it. So if it's your throat chakra, I'll unwind your throat chakra. Usually I'll use something like my rattle to unwind it counterclockwise. And then I'll clear it out. I'll put the rock on there. You'll do some breathing. I'll do some energy healing for you. And then the last part, number 4, we'll do an illumination. We'll do an illuminate. The illumination is I'll take my 8th chakra, which is above my head, and it's a light. And I will go ahead and pull that light once I take the rock off and wind up your chakra. It's going the right direction. And then I'll illuminate that chakra. So anytime I take something out of a chakra or any energy out of your body, I like to replace it with light. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take energy from my 8th chakra and I'll go ahead and illuminate wherever I put that. I go ahead and illuminate that on your throat. If I put it on your throat chakra, illuminate it and fill it with light and energy. So if you have any questions, forgot to tell you, go ahead and type them up in the box and I would be happy to answer them for you. So those were the 4 steps that I do in my energy healing. I do the problem. We talk about the problem. We choose our rock. Once we choose our rock, we will go ahead and place the rock on. Once you blow the issue into the rock, we'll place the rock on the body. We'll unwind your chakra, place the rock on the body. We will go ahead and clear that chakra. And then once that's cleared, we'll go ahead and wind up that chakra to the right spot and I will illuminate it. That's just a simple, in a nutshell, of the illumination process. Okay. I guess, Lamisha, I guess you're the only one there. Did you have any questions for me about it? Do you want to do a quick one? Really? You want to do a quick one? Yeah, I have stress too. Yeah, I don't know too many people that don't have stress these days. Isn't that the truth? But let's do a quick one. We could do a modified version of it really quick if you want to. Now, you'll just have to do what I tell you. I know there's not back and forth besides chatting. So if you have something to say, just put it in the chat box. So we'll do a quick one so everyone could kind of see a modified version of it. What I normally do starting off is I will open up my Wicca, and that's just my my protection around my body. And then once I've opened it up for myself, I will go ahead and open it up over you, my client. And then once I've opened up my Wicca, what I'll do is I will take and light a candle for you. I usually use these little candles, but sometimes I'll use the bigger ones. So I'll light a candle to start the healing process. So I lit a candle for you, Lamisha. And then once I've lit the candle, I will do just a little bit. This is Palo Santo of clearing, just a little bit, not a whole lot. I'll just do a little bit. It just clears the space. I do a lot more of this when I prep the area before I do energy healing. So I do that. And I've already opened sacred space. And that's a prayer that I do to open up a sacred space before I do any type of energy healing. So I'm going to send Sam the URL for this. Hold on just a second. And I apologize. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to send her so she could log in. Sorry about that, Lamisha. Really quick. Because she's upset about not being able to see this. So I'm going to send it to her really quick, and then we'll get back to this. So just take a break and breathe through your nose and out your mouth. And I'm going to send her this URL really quick and then get her logged on. I don't know why she can't find me. I tell you to tell her, but I don't think you have her number, do you? Hold on just a second. Sorry about this. There she is. My computer's running just a little slow today. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Okay, I went ahead and sent her the URL for streaming. Hopefully she'll be able to log in. Oh, you received a notification, Lamisha? That's how you got it? You know, she should have received a notification too. That's weird that she didn't. Because she's one of my chat friends, but I'm glad you got it at least, because I was going to try to send it to you. And then you popped on, so I went ahead and got started. We'll give her a minute and see. We'll give her a minute and see if you don't mind waiting, since I think you're the only one on there. The other ones that I had sent it to didn't get it. Might try it. Is there a way to send it to somebody when you're live, right? During, copy to clipboard. Sorry. Oh, good. Guys, okay, you're there. Good. So glad you made it. Put something in the chat box if you have any questions. Glad you made it. So, yeah, I've been on for 15 minutes now. So I went ahead and told Lamisha about the illumination process, the illumination energy healing process. I talked about it's in 4 easy steps. I talked about, we discussed our problem first. And then the second part was we find our rock and we take our rock and blow our issue into the rock 3 times. And then the third one was we clear our chakras. Put the rock on the chakra, whatever chakra needs to be cleared, and then we clear our chakra. And then number 4 is we actually illuminate it. So I think we're going to do an energy healing, group energy healing, since everybody's on. Are you all for that? Okay, let's do it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I say if you want to, let's do it. So to get started, if you... Good, Samantha. Good, Lamisha. I'm glad. To get started, if you don't have your feet on the ground, I need you to go ahead and put your feet on the ground if they're not on the ground. And then if you want to lay down, you could lay down or you could stay sitting up. It's either one. And then I'm going to go ahead and I went ahead and I've already lit a candle. I've already started the process. So I already lit a candle before you got on, Sam. And I opened up my Wicca, my 8th chakra. I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to open it up over you too. Whoever else is out there going to participate in the future. So I went ahead and opened up my Wicca. So now I'm going to, after I lit that, and then I've already told, and Lamisha saw this earlier, and then I did a little bit of cleansing with a Palo Santo, and then the sage, just a little bit, clearing the area. After I'm done with that, I take a deep breath and I get myself grounded, and we discuss the problems. Now you could put in the chat box what your problem is, or you could keep it personal. I don't care. However you want to do it, because this is going to go online. So if you don't want everybody to know your business, don't put it online. I think, Lamisha, you said you wanted stress, which, yes, I feel you on that one. I have stress too. So Lamisha's going to work on stress. I think I would like to work on my eating habits to be better. That's what I'll work on today if I was going to do something. So you could either put it in the chat box or you could just leave it empty. It's up to you how you want to do it. I'm going to have you choose a rock. It's going to be rock 1 through 11. And I'll just have you type in, since there's only 2 of you, I'll just have you type in the chat box what rock you want. Please don't pick the same one. Just kidding. Okay. Lainey, you want 4? Okay. This is going to be your rock, Lainey. So I'm going to put it aside for you. Lamisha, you want 7? Okay, Lamisha, this is going to be yours. And then, Samantha, do you want to do it? Okay. Oh, this one hasn't, I don't think this has ever been chosen. This one's yours, Samantha. All right. So we have our rocks chosen. So I'm going to Figure out which chakra. Okay, Lainey. Looks like we're putting this on your throat chakra. But before we do, I'm going to hand you your rock in your left hand. Lamisha, I'm handing you your rock in your left hand. And then Sam, I'm handing you your rock in your left hand. So we've already talked about our problems, right? That's number 1. Now we've chosen our rock. That's number 2. You're putting your rock in your left hand, and whatever your problem is, if it's stress, you're going to go ahead and blow 3 times that stress. And if you feel stress, like I feel stress right here in my shoulders, so I'm going to imagine that part of my shoulders is going down and up into the rock is what I imagine. So I just blow it 3 times into that rock. So you imagine the rock is in your hand and you just blow it into the rock. So go ahead and do that 3 times. Okay. Hand me back the rocks, please. Thank you very much. I'll take those 3 rocks back. Now I'm going to figure out where they go on your body. I've already figured out that Lainey's goes right here because that's what it told me. So I'm going to put it on her. I'm going to put it beside her throat chakra, not put it on there yet. I'm going to figure out where Lamisha's is going. And Lamisha, it tells me, and I'm using a pendulum, it tells me yes or no for the chakras, which chakra it goes on. So Lamisha, it tells me yours is going to be on your heart chakra. That's right here next to your heart in the middle of your center of your body. So I'm just putting it next to it. I'm not actually putting it on there yet because I have to unwind your chakra first. And then Sam, let's see where yours is. Okay, Sam, yours tells me that it wants to go on the solar plexus, which is right in the center of your body. You know where your solar plexus is. So I'm going to take it and set it right next to your solar plexus and not on there yet. So we know what chakra, that's number 3. We're going to figure out our chakras and we'll clear the chakra. So what I'll do is I'm going to have each of you with your feet on the ground. I'm going to have each of you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do another one in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, now I'm going to take my rattle and I'm going to unwind your chakras. I'm going to start with throat chakra. I think that was Lainey's, wasn't it? So I'm going to just take the throat chakra and unwind it. You may feel something, you may not. I'm using my rattle, my owl rattle to unwind it. Lamisha wants to know if I'm using a diagram with a pendulum. Yes, I will show you the diagram. I actually have written all over my diagram, kind of old, but it's just a diagram of a person that I use that shows me the different chakras. And that's what I use for the model to what to put it on. Good question, Lamisha. Okay, so I unwound Lainey's throat chakra, so I'm going to go ahead and put that rock on her throat chakra. And then I'm going to unwind. Who had the heart? That was Lamisha. Okay. And I put the stone on your heart chakra, Lamisha. And then Sam, I'm going to unwind your solar plexus. And I'm putting the stone on your solar plexus. Now the stones are where they should be. Now this time, what I'm going to do is take my fingers and I'm going to place them underneath your head, under your skull. And imagine that I'm just cradling my hands, your head, in my hands. So imagine that I'm doing that, and I'm going to have you close your eyes. I'm going to have you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. I'm going to help clear the energy out of those areas. So breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, normally I would spend a lot more time doing this, but since we're on YouTube Live, I'm going to go ahead and I'm hearing you're good. I'm going to go ahead and take the stones off the chakras, each of the stones off the chakras, and put them back in my mesa, my medicine bag. Then I'm going to, number 4 was illuminate. I'm going to take the energy off of my H chakra, and I'm going to illuminate each one of your chakras. So I'm doing the throat chakra first. We talked about illumination, and that's just taking the energy off of my 8th chakra, which is really shiny and bright and almost like the sunshine. I'm putting it down in place of any dark, I don't like saying dark, but any energy that we had to replace, that we removed, that no longer served us. I'm doing the throat chakra first. Okay. So next I'm going to do the heart chakra. And usually I'll do about 3 passes, seem to work pretty good for me. And sometimes I'll use one hand and sometimes I'll use both hands. Okay, and then next is the solar plexus. Let's do yours, Sam. And that was it. And when we're done, I go ahead and wind your chakras the correct way, which I'm going to do that right now. It just takes a second for me to wind them the correct way. I'll wind each one the correct way. And then we're good to go. I will close off my Wicca and close off your Wicca. Did you have any questions about that process, or could you feel it? Did it seem to work for you? Take a deep breath. So that's while you're typing in there, that's a modified version of what I would normally do. That's a simplified version of what I would normally do. Says Lainey got tingles. I would go ahead and when you're doing energy healing with me, I would go ahead and add other processes onto that. Good, Lainey, you got tingles. Lamisha said she could feel it too. Oh, it does work. I don't know how it works, but it does work online. So thank you. I'm going to attempt another one, another YouTube live tomorrow night. And unless I figure it out, I'm not going to set it up ahead of time unless I can figure that process out. If you want to join me at the same time tomorrow night, I will be doing the decoupling process. And the decoupling process is resetting your fight or flight response. So I'll talk about that. And then I will actually do that as a group, just like I did tonight with the energy clearing process. I'll just do a modified version. I'll just do about a 5-minute version of it. Also, I want each of you to check out my website. I have a free shamanic class on my website. And I'll go ahead and it's posted down below. My website is posted down below. And in the class, there's like 3 different lessons that you could download regarding shamanic energy healing. And if you want to contact me, even though you all know me, if you want to contact me, I will go ahead and put my right there in the chat box. You could contact me. Oh, that was the YouTube thing earlier from Sam. Hold on. Let me get my contact information here again. It's Darcy's Healing Touch is the name of it. So my contact information is right down here. It's under Darcy's Healing Touch, my website. So thank you all for actually showing up. Sorry about the technical problems. I apologize for that. Hopefully we'll get the kinks worked out. I'll have to contact somebody and figure out how to preset it up like that. I didn't realize that it was going to happen, but hopefully you could join me again because I'll be doing about 3 a week. So I'll try to do them about the same time every night. And if you sign up and select the bell, if you subscribe and select my bell, it'll go ahead and let you know when I'm doing a YouTube live. So thank you. Keep on sparkling. If you don't have any questions. Okay, have a great evening.